Hello students, good morning. Welcome to SST class, and today we are going to start our new chapter, that is chapter 3, from gathering to growing food. In this chapter you will study the journey of the people who used to be the gatherers and hunters and how they have become farmers and herders, how they have started growing their own food. This chapter starts from a story. There was a girl, Nino, and she's having her lunch, and in her lunch, she's having her favorite food, that is boiled rice, squash, pumpkins, beans, and meat. Squash is a juice which is made from the fruits. These all the things had been grown by her grandmother in a little garden at the back of her house. Then suddenly she realizes that when she went to Madhya Pradesh as a part of the school trip, the food that she had there was very hot and spicy. Now she's confused that why the food is different in Madhya Pradesh and the food is different where she used to live. Next topic is varieties of foods. Today, most of our food such as fruit, vegetables, grains, milk and meat comes from the plants and animals. Different plants require different conditions such as rice require more water than wheat and barley. That means different plants require different climatic conditions. For example, rice, it requires more water to grow, but wheat and barley did not want that much of water to grow. Different animals too prefer different environments. For example, sheep and goat, they can survive in dry and hilly environments easily, but cattle cannot. So, in last topic, you have studied that how different plants, how different crops require different climatic conditions to grow, and similarly, how different animals require different climatic conditions or different environment to live. Now, in this topic, you will study about how people have become farmers and herders. When people about 5 to 10,000 years ago saw several things, the places where edible plants were found, saw the natural processes of the growth of plants, falling of seeds from the fruits and then sprouting into more plants, they started collecting seeds and protecting them from animals and birds. This is how people have become farmers. So the people used to observe different things. They saw that which are the plants that can be eaten easily, or which are the plants that are safe to eat, or which part of the plant has to be eaten. They saw the natural process of the growth of the plant, how the plant used to grow. They saw that the seed used to fall from the fruit and new plant sprout from it. So they have started collecting the seeds of good plants which they can sow again and get the good fruits. They started protecting those plants, those crops from the animals and birds. Otherwise, these animals and birds would have destroyed the crops. This is how they have become the farmers. They also started keeping and rearing animals such as dogs, sheep, goats, pigs, etc. And this is known as herding. Herding means when people keep and rear animals, that is known as herding. Okay. And the people who used to keep these animals are known as herders, or you can say cattle keepers. Often, people protected these animals from attacks by wild animals. That means the people who used to keep animals, they are known as herders, and they do not keep the wild animals. Okay, they used to keep the animals which are gentle in nature, relative to the wild animals, and the people also used to protect them from the wild animals. Different plants are grown in different regions and different time periods as per the natural conditions. Similarly, different animals also need different environments to live and grow. Domestication. It is the last topic of today. It is the name given to the process in which people grow plants and look after the animals. Please learn this definition and it is important. Very often, plants and animals that are tended by people became different from wild animals and wild plants. This is because people select plants and animals for domestication. So, plants and animals are chosen for the domestication. Not every plant, not every animal is to be has been looked after by the people. Okay, people select those plants that yield large size grain and have strong stalks capable of bearing the weight of the ripe grain. So for plants, people used to choose the plants which yield means which produces large size grain and is having strong stalks that can bear the weight of the ripe grain. Okay, and for animals, they used to choose the animals for breeding that are relatively gentle in nature. Okay, people also used to preserve the seeds of the good plants so that they can sow them and can get the new plants which will have the same qualities. Okay, the slow and gradual process of domestication took place in many parts of the world. Some of the earliest plants to be domesticated were wheat and barley, and earliest domesticated animals include sheep and goat. Hope you have understood the today's topics, and please, I would advise you to, if you are having NCRT books, please go through the chapter, read page first and second, page number first and page number second. And if you do not have NCRT apps, or if you are having books, then you can start it from there also. Thank you.